Bellevue author Sarah Kapit has always been a reader.
I mean, I think that there were some books that I really loved, like Harriet the Spy or A Wrinkle in Time, that had characters who might be considered different, or we might consider them to be on the spectrum somehow, but they weren't labeled as such.
But even today, a lot of books don't feature really robust characters who are on the autism spectrum. So Sarah decided to write her own.
Being part of the autistic community myself, this has been very important for me to represent. My first book also had an autistic main character.
Her book, The Many Mysteries of the Finkel Family, follows two sisters, 12-year-old Lara and 11-year-old Caroline, who live in Seattle. Lara, a budding detective, starts her own detective agency and reluctantly allows Caroline to help. Their first case?
The big mystery that they decide to solve is why their dad ruined the brisket on Shabbat dinner.
This isn't really a mystery book, though. There's lots more to it.
But sort of, how do you kind of stay a family when things are changing around you and when sometimes you hurt each other?
The Finkel family members are warm and funny and unique in their own ways. The sister's dad is an investigative journalist who also has ADHD, and both Lara and Caroline are autistic.
I wanted to show a sibling story with disabled people. Sometimes you see kind of a very cliched view of siblings, that one of the siblings is quote-unquote normal, the other is disabled, and it's just a very kind of tired dynamic that we've seen many times before. And so I wanted to show the two sisters that they're both autistic in different ways, and they still have conflict, very much so.
Caroline uses a tablet to communicate with her friends and family, which isn't something you usually see in books.
Being in the autistic community, I know several people who use a tablet or something else to communicate, and it just, I've never really seen that in a book before, and so I thought, okay, well, why not?
Now, Sarah is making sure young autistic readers have the kinds of characters she wished she had as a kid.
Since the book's come out, I've had some people say that I've really, that seeing that really meant something to them, and that's just been so gratifying to hear.
Thank you.